Spider-Man.
Yep, it is.
Welcome, guys.
Inside the ant farm.
Gross. This is our Limbo IPA.
It's a little story behind this, man.
Okay, let's.
As you know, and as a lot of people out here know, I like to visit random weird convenience stores and see if they have like a kind of a. Oh, I'm gonna try some. Mm-hmm. I like to visit random convenience stores and see if they have like something besides like Bud. This was there was actually two. They had like a Ithaca flower power, and I was like, okay, whatever. But then I saw this, and I was like, I've never had this before. Straight out, 7.6 alcohol content. It's definitely an IPA. It's very, very
this
bitter.
Is better than flower power. Oh, the 7.6 gonna be good. Some 1 pint lows. It's gonna be awesome.
And it has 80 IBUs. It's very hoppy. That's why you can taste a lot of bitterness in the end.
This is better than flower power though. It's pretty hoppy, but
and everyone said flower power. I like Limbo IPA. Where are you gonna find this? Long Trail Brewing Company. I've heard of that actually. But
sounds vaguely familiar. How you doing, buddy?
Doing good, man. How you doing?
I can't complain. It's been a long couple weeks getting mom up here and everything that's going to go on. So I'm trying to every day I actually have off to myself. I try to decompress. But we got the Christmas tree decorated, so it's better than nothing, you know.
That's nice. Yeah, we haven't got that up yet.
So. No, you got a baby. It's that first year is really tough. You might if you get it up, it'll be like 5 days before Christmas.
We're having like a bunch of people come to visit too, so we're like contemplating whether we even care or not. And like, well, will they care if we put it up? And I think Jamie's parents will, but
yeah, there's going to be a cavalcade of visitors for this Christmas season. So
we do. I mean, everyone wants to see the baby because he's Connor's a little awesome little guy.
Let's talk about is Tim staying at your place, Tim and staff, or
maybe
we'll talk about that. Okay,
I don't know.
Tim, I'll email you tomorrow. Don't worry. Yeah, we just got back from band practice and.
As normal.
Yeah, so I'm wearing my World of Beer shirt today.
I'm wearing my Lake George shirt. Represent.
But let's get into what we got here. We got a meaty amount of stuff. You got a lot of stuff, right? I got a good amount of stuff.
I have some things, yes.
Okay, let's see what we got. I have some interesting, a little tidbit related to the entertainment world. Phillip Brooks is known to most of people that watch wrestling or follow wrestling a little bit as CM Punk.
Oh yes, okay.
He has been very coy about what's going on. He just came out on a big rant on WWE.
Yeah, that's
about WWE on his friend Cole Cabana's podcast. And then right afterwards, during UFC 118, he came out saying that he had a contract with UFC. So
he's going to fight Brock Lesnar?
He'll now be fighting in UFC. No, he will not be fighting in that weight class. He probably like a middleweight or welterweight or something like that. But there has been one person that's come up to already say they wanted to challenge him. And it is not a wrestler. And it's not an MMA
but
fighter.
He is a mixed martial artist.
It is another mixed martial artist. That's right. And Jason David Frank, the Green Ranger from.
That's right. Tommy the Green Ranger is going to wants to fight CM Punk.
He wants to fight CM Punk.
But I guess like someone asked like if
I would pay $100.
Someone asked CM Punk like at some kind of fan fest or interview like would you fight could you take the Green Ranger? And he's like, yeah, sure. And so of course
awesome.
Jason David Frank
But could he take the White Ranger?
He's also the Red Ranger, by the way, and the Black Ranger at one point. He's been every color.
Fair enough.
But he's not black. How can he be the Black Ranger?
They're like Ken dolls, and they're weirdly just interchangeable heads, basically.
And also, they go from
like
really
Legos.
skinny Asian people to big American people.
So yeah, it could be theoretically the Green Ranger versus CM Punk.
That's a
Do you think he'd Octagon go to sleep him though?
Well, I mean, Jason David Frank is a pretty comparable martial artist. He's not just like an actor, But
so
it does
but CM Punk also Kempo, Jiu-Jitsu, and wrestling. He has three pretty good solid background and stuff. And if he has till April or July to train, and he can really even if he's doing it fake, he's taking a lot of bumps out there when he does and gets back up.
Bumps of cocaine, you mean?
No, I'm talking about hitting the ground in wrestling. Is called a bump. And sometimes you hit pretty hard. You're jumping off the top of the Hell in the Cell or something.
Wait, wrestling's fake?
Yeah, it's pretty fake. But sometimes it's pretty real when you're doing fake stuff. Sorry, kids. There is no wrestling clause.
There is Santa. Anyone who's watching is a little baby. Why are little babies watch this? Stop.
If you are letting a little baby watch, you have to let them take a sip of your beer, though.
especially if it's limbo IPA. This is actually better than I thought it would be. I don't like the bitterness at the end, but I do like.
It's like a weird thing at the end. Was good.
Found it at the Valero on Erie Boulevard. In case you're in Syracuse,
that's some weird shit.
Yeah, there's a weird pizza place in there, but I didn't try the pizza. I like doing that. Like it's funny because, like I said, the one place we stopped at, that's where I got that bear, whatever, the grizzly bear ale that we had to call podcast.
Grizzly bear ale.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's podcast 68. We had it.
What were we on now? 96?
We're 96, dude.
Wow.
We're only 4 away, Matt, from 100.
We have to do something big for the 100th episode, or not.
Or possibly we'll just end it. Like our lives, not just the podcast, is we'll kill ourselves.
We've almost had 100 viewers in these 96 podcasts.
Yeah, I know. So that's nothing to sneeze at. And I think 7 or 8 of them weren't mom.
One of them was Tim Coombs at some point.
Yeah. Too long. I think we should make a Tim Coombs joke at the end of every podcast. Just like a really bad joke about him. Too long.
That can be like our production company, like, you know how they always have that little phrase.
I like that. Like bad hat Harry.
Yeah, exactly.
Too long.
Bad robot.
It'll be Tim Coombs, but it'll be like a puppet mouth and too long, like that.
Yeah, like that. But Tim Coombs dresses like a Dickens character, like Charles Dickens.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. So okay, let's move on. On. Okay, so Oculus Rift, Matt, Samsung has their own because they copy everything, but Samsung's version uses a Samsung Galaxy Note 4 by Samsung.
Okay.
The big.
So when are you getting this?
The little brother to my phone.
When are you getting that phone?
Soon. But the Galaxy Gear only costs $200. Just put your phone not included. So
yeah, it's still not too bad though.
But it's also developed by Oculus. Oculus helped develop it.
That's what I heard. I heard that.
Really cool. Like I think it's a great idea. You know, for people that want to just waste money like that. Obviously, it's not for everybody.
$200. I mean, if you're buying a Galaxy Gear 4, it's not really that much money.
Well, it's gonna be a lot less than an Oculus itself too.
Yeah,
So.
It's not really that much money after you've already bought the phone. I mean, if you got that much money, you probably got.
So that may be how we broadcast the podcast somehow. I'll just look at Matt and be like, "Hey, it's me," and it'll be like first person view.
Or like you can only watch it in Oculus, so you're right in the.
That'd be real. With us. Hi, I'm right here. Look, have a beer, and then you grab it and it's in your hand. Like, oh, I can drink too. Dude, this is where the podcast is going. Episode 100, guys. So
the future.
We have 4 episodes to do this. Okay, get it done.
That's right.
I just wanted to bring that up.
So the PlayStation experience was this last week.
It was.
There's a lot of stuff that came out of it. There's a lot
of
cool stuff that came out of it. The one thing I want to talk about, because it's my favorite thing of the whole thing,
the crew.
Is the crew. No.
It's about getting your haircut.
They showed 15 minutes of Uncharted 4. Which I can tell you had a solid 3/4 chub the whole time, and you made it move down.
Yeah, I don't. It's still moving down. We'll get it in a second. Stop it. I hate your guts.
Yes.
Worst place. They're seeing the man behind the curtain now. This is your fault.
Our cameraman is fired.
He was drunk. I'm sorry. He's drunk on the job.
So they showed.
There actually is a man that
they showed 15 minutes of this game, and it was amazing. It looked great. The graphics look great. The water.
Are you saying that all men dream but not equally?
These guys dream big, and it looks like they did it.
Naughty Dog goes all out.
Naughty Dog also is very good for a story, which we haven't had a good story in so long that it's. I'm pretty excited about this now. Which I was excited before, but even more excited now.
I mean, you kind of are the mark for Uncharted.
No, I agree. I love Uncharted. I've been
one of your favorite
I've
series,
been Nathan Drake for both Comic Cons I've been to.
Yeah, rerun over here.
I was the only Nathan Drake, I think, the one day I was.
Well, there you go. Did you get any hey?
I got somebody. Some guy walked up and went Nathan Drake and just walked away. I was like,
I got that when I just saw Sully. They're like Sully, and I was like, okay.
So he was more because I had Aiden with me and he was dressed as a doctor and I was like, oh, he's a little doctor. Oh, he's a doctor. Oh, he's a doctor. Look at the doctor. He's like, I'm not the doctor. I'm Aiden.
I was gonna say he was like it's bigger on the inside.
He kept getting mad at especially when he was Harry Potter. He's like, I'm not Harry Potter. I'm Aiden. Like Aiden. I had to go to.
I don't think you get the point.
I had to be like, buddy, we're just dressing up. It's like at Halloween.
No, but I'm not him. I'm not.
No, he finally got it after that. He was like, all right with it. He just goes, I'm Aiden. I'm like, Aiden, stop. You're adorable. So 15 minutes of this game, looked great. I'm excited.
Maybe that's the only 15 minutes that look great. Like all the rest is like sprites and stuff.
It's like 8-bit.
Like we couldn't afford the rest.
It looks like Mario Brothers, but they made Mario a different color.
We made some bad investments. That's why all those people left.
Could be.
Bye, Amy Hennig.
But I'm really excited. Like the frame rate looked great. The water, like there's a waterfall, looked fantastic. It looked amazing. It looked like water.
Did they have like any eagles or beavers?
The distance looked great. Well, there wasn't like animals per se that I saw in there, but there's a lot of foliage.
Did they have any like coffee cups or leeches?
You weirdo.
I'm just seeing what's in the
game.
game.
Did they have a football or a bear?
I'm trying to get a feel. I'm trying to get a feel of what was in the game. So, like, where
did they have tiddlywinks or the Hawaiian milk cap game?
So were the skyscrapers? Do they look really shiny, like the windows and stuff? Because he does see like skyscrapers.
It was all trees,
like skyscraper raider,
and attacking people, knocking people out.
Oh, was he killing any pirates?
There's
he knocked someone out in this one.
I'm
tired of killing.
He probably killed them.
I've committed genocide.
He wasn't like shooting a lot of people. He's doing a lot of like.
If pirates were a race, I committed genocide. Like
he's probably doing like ninja taps, like knocking them out.
I've killed 300 dudes in just one game, and some baby. You can drink it. I don't know.
Oh, my list died.
But I have a better list. So there you go.
That's all right.
Let's go, Matt.
We should do PlayStation Bridge. You got anything from there?
I don't actually. That's why.
Okay, I have one more thing from there. So
okay, let's go.
They also had another preview of No Man's Sky, which looked beautiful.
No Man's Sky looks great, and that's great because it's procedurally generated. I mean, there's literally you can never get to the end of the worlds.
I really want to play that game, and I usually don't want to play a game that doesn't really have a point. I kind of like my games to have a railroading me into choices until I'm done, and then I get the story.
Well, you do play Madden. I mean, that doesn't really.
I don't play Madden. I haven't played Madden in years, Mike. That's what I'm telling you. I like mostly games like Mass Effect or like games that kind of give me a full story of something. Or like Uncharted or something like that. They get a full story and I get to watch the whole thing.
You know what? I could really use a Mass Effect right now.
Well, it's coming next year, hopefully. I think they said Q3 next year is when.
I love space. I love space, like a good space RPG kind of game,
like a space opera.
Yeah.
Firefly the game.
I'm a sucker.
Where's Firefly the game?
It actually exists already. It's
Firefly Online.
It's a browser game.
Yeah, very soon.
Okay, so you got nothing else from there. They had Bloodborne was shown.
No Man's Sky. Oh, did we ever talk about No Man's Sky?
The 1886.
Have we talked about that?
A long time ago, like when it first announced it.
Okay, then we won't go into it more. But you find a world. It procedurally through computers and code generates this world out of a completely unique world from all the other worlds.
You can literally discover.
If you discovered it, it's your world.
You can
name it, and it's your world. It's your world, and you just get to fly through it and look at all the cool stuff. And it's not only just like plants and stuff. It's like animals. There could be like a civilized race on that planet, or there could be like dinosaur type animals, or there could be flying whales or something. It could be. It's just
flying sex.
There's
snakes.
so many cool things going on. Flying sex snakes that just look like just dicks. Could be. So it's pretty exciting looking though.
So Matt, guess who is reprising their role? Reprising a villain he played in the 90s.
I know who. So I'm gonna. Do you want me to say
on The Flash? Yeah, go ahead, Matt. Say it.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Joseph?
No.
Jago.
Mark Hamill was
JGL.
Had probably one of the best rip-offs of the Riddler of all time.
Well, and that's all Flash films are, except for Girl Grown, basically rip-offs as well. So.
And he's a complete rip-off of the Riddler.
Like Captain Cold, Mr. Freeze.
But his outfit was fantastic.
Yeah, much better than the Riddler's, yeah.
It was like the most gorgeous, disgusting Rorschach of a... I don't even know what, like... It's like Andy Warhol painting that was turned to a shirt.
And plus, he was still cocaine skinny at that point, so he isn't a big old guy.
He was no cock knocker either. He was like too skinny.
No, so that's actually a person. He's not just swearing that I have to bleep that out or something. So
we already talked about sex snakes.
That's not a swear word. That's a thing that exists.
Cock knocker is not a bad. That's in the guy's name.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's a supervillain.
That's what I'm saying.
But
I'm saying he's reprising his role as a trickster.
Anyway, he's reprising his role as a trickster. Yeah,
that's pretty awesome. You haven't watched The Flash yet. I implore you to do so. It is worth it.
I'm easing Jess into it because we got it's going to be a little hole for shows until the end.
That's why I'm glad. That's why I got Jamie liked it when we first watched it. So because I was like, please, because I really like the concept of this, and I really think this guy, this actor's gonna be good.
I might have to just watch it while she's in the room, and then she'll start watching it. That's what happened in Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Seriously,
she loves it.
Yeah, because how do you not love that show?
She didn't. She hated it.
What is wrong with you? I love you, Jess, but what's wrong with you? Seriously,
hated it. I don't know why. It's a great show. Like, they just keep knocking it out of the park. It gets better and better.
Yeah.
But
every show.
I'm excited to see what they're going to do. Mark Hamill's in a lot better shape. So
well, and they've done a couple really good turns with villains on that show to either give them like more of a... They do a really good job of giving them... Not making them like mustache twirly for the most part.
And they got Ed from... he's got the Stucky Bowl and stuff,
Yeah, I love that kind of now. He's great. And I won't give away who he is. If you don't know who he is, though, at this point.
They tell you in the first episode, don't they?
They don't tell you, but they
basically super implied.
We'll talk about it.
Like,
we won't spoil it for people, because you should watch it.
They tip the hat really quick.
Yeah. Not even just like, hit you in the head with this over and over. You're like, I get it. I've read a comic. Thanks.
Good.
Okay, so that Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill in anything is amazing to me. I love him as a Joker. I love him as Luke Skywalker. Loved him as a trickster. I love that Flash series, by the way. They got canceled after one season, but that's, whatever.
I have one more thing I forgot to say.
Oh.
And it was also from PlayStation Experience, but it came out today, The Dark Below for Destiny, the first DLC. Below. So I went on, I logged in just to log in today because I didn't really have time to play.
Did they give you something?
They gave you a bunch of stuff. Just make sure you put on whoever you want the stuff to go to, because I got like a new shirt, a new set of boots. They were just a little bit better than what I had before, and then like a couple Ascendant shards and a couple, goodies to help me later, I guess. But then there's a bunch of new quests, and you talk to you can see the cinema first of all of the Dark Below chick from the Hive there.
Oh, I was hoping you get like
Crota. And
I hope you get more Peter Dinklage.
It was cool. You talk about Crota.
The wizard came from the moon.
No, like Crota. It shows Crota. He's like badass looking Hive guy. And then you get some new...
So Crota, Kratos, come on. You know what I'm saying?
And he's got a sword like Kratos.
Probably rip your head off at one point.
He's got a bug head.
He'll most likely rip your skull off at one point.
I feel like he would leave your spine trailing behind it, though.
Spine stalk, yeah. That's nice of him.
But yeah, it came out, and hopefully I'll have more on that later.
So speaking of Bungie's also talked that some of the modes that they wanted to put in the original game, but didn't get a chance to, and are making no promises. I'll preface it as that is a racing mode where you can race bikes and race like other vehicles, and you can like tune them. I guess is maybe one of the things, but it's just definitely gonna be a racing thing.
Okay, for the speeder,
yeah,
because they have a new speeder too. It's like a tumbler thing, so like they can tumble. And the tumbling does something. I don't know what it does, but it like
kills the bad guy.
I don't know what it does, but I think maybe it blocks like things shooting at you or something. I don't know, but
sure, why not?
Yeah,
why not?
They give it to you for free though. I got it. I was like, oh, all right,
I'll take it. Sure,
whatever.
Why the F not?
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'd like to see that. I think people enjoy a little racing break.
I think just adding more content in general is a good thing. Especially because, the raids are either super hard or you got to be hardcore to play them.
And you have to have, like, 6 friends to do them.
Yeah, it's like...
there's no matchmaking. And they basically...
You're the only friend I ever have that's online. Yeah. So it's like, unless I'm going to be, like, hit of the week on, Podcast Beyond or something, I'm...
Hey, well, anyone want to do a random raid with me? Except I can't even do that because
I'm a rando. Like, I'm a rando that's not...
There's no real chat
doesn't know how to play the raid. Please pick me. They're not going to do it. So it's like... It's just sad. But it is what it is. And that's really the reason I haven't really logged onto the game in a while. Plus, I'm playing Dragon Age Inquisition. This guy just beat it.
Let's beat the end game for it. And you know what? I liked some of the missions about it, and the ending was definitely not as bad as Assassin's Creed was. Altogether, I think
because there was an ending. You're saying
the gameplay in Assassin's Creed was better because there wasn't as many glitches. There were bone crush. They were just soul crushing.
I reloaded the game probably like 7 or 8 times.
It was really annoying. Like when you're middle like the game is broken. I made the intimate scene with Cassandra. And the sound went off, and it did the freeze thing, and you can't go back and play it. So it was just like, all right, great. Nope, didn't get to see the scene.
You should have reloaded.
I should have, but I was like, whatever.
Yeah,
just keep going.
I would have kept reloading.
Saw one Cassandra nipple. Thanks a lot.
What?
It was pretty lame. I was like, okay. But I've had a few experiences in the game too where it just froze when I was doing something, And it was like in the middle of something kind of
important dialogue sometimes,
scene they do, or a good dialogue scene where you wanted to know what was going on. Like at all the Hawk missions, when I had the other dude, Stroud.
Yeah, that's what
Stroud froze every time.
Yeah,
and I was like,
just like Stroud's face, like.
Yeah, the stupid blinky
with his little mustache wiggling.
Like he just went vegetative state. He's like,
what would have been cool is if you would have waited like 10 minutes and he would have just been like, and then ate his mustache for power, just ripped it right off. And then it was like
great
and then with like old Looney Tunes circle would have come out of his head. The end.
It was bad, and it was annoying.
Well, okay, so you had those little bugs. I had a bug that broke my game where I couldn't go past a certain point.
I've heard there are a few actual like plot points in the game where if you do them wrong, you can't get past them. One I heard was in the one that I kind of screwed up in was in Wicked Eyes, Wicked Hearts, where the hollow statues you have to get stupid statues to put in door frames to open the doors. Yeah. And if you don't have enough statues, you can't get in the door, but then you can't find the statues. Yeah.
I found all the statues except for one there, and I got out of that scene just fine. But in the other game, in the first game I played, the first time I played, because I played through this now twice, I'm a little bit past where I was the first time. But the first time I played through, first of all, one of the characters never showed up in my game, and he comes in after a main mission, but he didn't show up in mine. Didn't show up at all. They just skipped to the next mission. Okay. So then, whatever.
Wait, you have to go find him, though.
No, yeah, but they tell you where he is, and then you go find him.
I forgot. I kind of went past that part, but then I went and looked at the Hinterlands map later, so find the warden.
Yeah, see, they didn't have that. That wasn't on my map at all. It was never on my map. So, which was
I did find Dorian by the way.
Yeah, I told you.
He was just chilling.
He was just
chilling.
Yeah, talk to him. Yeah,
wow.
And then he joins your party. But yeah, so that was okay. Whatever, But then when I got to it was right after Wicked Eyes, Wicked Hearts. The next mission you have to get 40 shards, but it didn't say. It just said the mission wasn't there. And it's like go to the war table to go to the next part. And I was like, okay, cool. And then I'm like, what am I supposed to find?
Did you have the 40 shards?
No, but the mission wasn't there at all. But it wasn't even like choose the shards. No, I got 40 shards eventually because I just kept playing.
But when you get 40 shards, you just go there. It does it.
No, it doesn't.
That's what
it didn't for me. I just kept going to the war table. That was the point.
No, because you go there and then
yes,
when you get the 40 shards, just let me go there. And I was like,
I know it didn't have that.
Did you find?
I had 60 shards. Yeah, no, I got past that part. Yeah.
Oh.
But that's why I was stupid. That's why I just quit. And then I started playing again because I liked the game, and I actually liked playing the game. And of course,
cool moments.
I made another Knight Enchanter because they're literally overpowered. And
they are OP.
I'd
say I would wager so are champion warriors. They're pretty overpowered too, because they're just.
I was a mage.
They're world beaters.
I was a mage and I soloed a dragon. Okay. That's a dream for me because I always play mages.
The end game is pretty nice. There's a cool little twist. They actually have a story unlike Assassin's Creed, which is like, thanks for playing. You'll buy the next one, asshole. And you're like, oh, thanks.
I'm gonna bleep that out. Hold
on. Boop. 2256.
That's you're way past it.
But it was it's like. You might as well give me the finger. I was like, okay, and then 18 minutes of credits.
Well, you're welcome for a better birthday present than you got me, then I guess.
No, but the gameplay was better, and
have you played Tales from the Borderline yet, man? You should play that.
I like the main character better too. Well, I'm playing the Game of Thrones one, so
that's good.
All right, what do you got next?
I only have one thing left, actually.
It's good because I don't want to be too long.
The League 7th and final season.
I'm alright with that. It's. I didn't want to get too long on Tooth. It's kind of getting there, but it's still this season was really good. It was. I think it was better than the last couple seasons.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it actually got better as the season went along.
Yeah. I liked. There's a lot of character progression, and even though there's still sophomore, there's a lot of good character progression.
Well, I liked also that they tried some different things. Some of them worked, some of them didn't. Like the Raffi Insane Asylum thing kind of worked, and they had June Diane Refill that was fun.
I liked Andre kind of having a little bit of growth in his character. That was kind of fun because he just kind of was always I'm the douchebag with stupid clothes. Yeah, Teflondre was a lot of fun.
I actually wish they would have.
And he had a lot of better spots where he was making fun of people, even when he wasn't Teflondre. He had a lot of better spots in this one, so I was pretty happy.
Yeah, it wasn't just like the guy everyone makes fun of.
He was just the foil. He was always just the foil in all of them. He was just kind of the guy that is always the idiot, the patsy almost for all their stuff.
The butt of the jokes.
Yeah. In this one, he kind of got his licks in every once in a while, even though it was probably still skewed more towards him being.
They had a lot of good, callback guest appearances. Like Jama Mays was back on for that one episode,
and J.J. Watt, of course.
Yeah, of course.
He's actually really funny as a character in the show.
Yeah,
too, so.
There's but yeah, I really enjoyed the season, and
EVDB B&B.
The EVDB BLT. B&B BLT. I can't wait to see what they do the last season, because, they obviously, they don't have anything to hold back at this point, because they know it's going to be the last season.
I'm just hoping that's
a good thing,
Nick Kroll isn't, leaving before this, because it seems like this whole season, that was the one
He definitely had one foot out for, this, and it might have been just because he has a Kroll show to write and stuff.
Yeah, I was like, he didn't seem like, he was in, 6 out of the...
But
10 or 12,
they literally might have. They should have just said I'm not gonna be on this episode because I'm being sent to Korea, and then he is on in one little scene where he yeah, you guys are cogknockers, and then he walks away, and you're like, okay,
forever unclean.
Yeah, it's and they had a couple really good Ruxin centered episodes too, like the bathroom one and stuff like that.
The toilet, the toilet
toothbrush. Yeah, they do it.
Rob Riggle was a good ad, and Rob Hubel is. Yeah. Hilarious.
Oh, Rob Hubel is great. Yeah. He was also on How Did This Get Made recently.
I just heard that one. The All-Star one with Chelsea Peretti.
Oh, nice. Yeah, which is also
I love Chelsea Peretti.
She has a new comedy special.
I have to watch it.
It's great. It's great. It's really good. She's really just kind of turns stuff on its head, and she's irreverent without being Sarah Silverman. I'm going to say just something Nazi abortions.
I dig me some Chelsea Peretti. I gotta say.
She also talks about being an ugly whore, which is funny. She's like, it's okay, I'm a whore because I'm ugly. I'm like, okay, well, I don't think so, but you're gorgeous.
I think you're a virtuous woman.
I don't think she's virtuous, but she's gorgeous.
Virtuous.
Yeah, that's all I got this week, man.
I also have Kryptonite, Counting Stars. It's all you have Kryptonite? Oh, that's actually a good one. I forgot about that one. So Sci-Fi has greenlit.
What?
Sci-Fi has greenlit a show to be produced about Superman's grandfather called Krypton.
Superman's grandfather.
Sounds a lot like a prequel, Gotham, but with Superman and on Krypton. So supposedly this is built to be like a Game of Thrones meets Gotham.
You know what's not good though? Gotham.
Gotham's pretty mediocre. So
mediocre at best.
And Sci-Fi producing something is pretty hit or miss.
Oh, I guess they did produce Continuum, which is going into its
They also
last
produced
season,
Sharknado 2
last season.
So,
which and also Piranha 3D Double D. Did they produce that?
So but they have produced Haven. Haven is a pretty good show. Eureka was a pretty good show. So I'm hoping it's more on that.
With the voice actress who plays Elena is in Haven.
And also Edge, Adam Copeland.
That's right, it's Adam Copeland, wrestler formerly known as Edge. Did you watch that?
I did the first season.
I did too. It was it was good, but it wasn't
I probably watched a couple of the second seasons. I saw a couple of Edge on it.
I can't feel pain. Okay, that's a weird guy.
Yeah, he's also dry toast.
Yeah, I know.
You're giving me pain for watching you.
That's what they put Edge in there. So he can
we need another
spear
guy.
somebody or something. I don't know.
We got Milo over here, and then we got you.
It's me, the longest face in the business. That's not a claim to fame. I'm a horse face.
It's like it's like a moon.
Yeah, he looks like a caricature of the moon. Yes. Like the man in the moon.
But yeah, Krypton.
Why the
show
F
me.
not?
Show me.
I think they should do a Gorilla Grodd spin-off.
No, I'm sorry. We can't. It's going to be too long. I'm sorry. But we have one more thing. And this is something I just heard on an IGN talk. And this is a really good thing that I didn't think of. They've announced the Suicide Squad. And the Joker is part of the Suicide Squad.
Sure.
But this guy was a comic book writer who was on the show, and he's like, I don't think the Joker is going to be part of the Suicide Squad. He's like, if you know what the Suicide Squad is, they're basically a group of, they get bound to the government. They basically have a bomb strapped to their wrist, and if they don't do what the government says, they explode.
Yeah.
And they're there to kill supervillains or kill people that they tell them to. They think that they might be hunting the Joker. And that is how the Joker will come into Justice League and Batman and stuff like that. How he will become the villain because he'll be found in this movie. And there he is, I was like, that's a really good idea of a concept.
Is there any chance if we, since we have Jared Leto playing him, that we just have Mark Hamill voice Jared Leto?
He's like just like mouth everything.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Well, he looks good like a Joker. I think he'd be.
He looks good like a Joker.
He looks good.
He looked good as the
smile.
transvestite too. So that,
that's what I'm saying. He's got the creepy smile. I think you can do it. He's got the big giant eyes, like the crazy eyes. I think you can do it. But I really think it's a great concept for it because the Joker wasn't part of Suicide Squad in any shape or form. He's never been part of Suicide Squad.
We're gonna stop in 2 seconds.
Done. Too long. This episode has to be called Too Long.
Actually, I think I might do that. Yeah.
I'm
too long for Tim Coombs, maybe.
I'm interested to see where they could go. You know,
I think that's a good concept.
I don't think it just should be the villains and a nondescript other person they're fighting. You know, or like other villains.
Well, then you could have like Harley Quinn maybe be on the Suicide Squad and kind of betray them and go with.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of cool things they could do with that. So yeah, I'm all in.
I'm still not all in. But did you see they actually an artist did pictures of them? That was cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
I was like, okay, I'm a little more in after that.
Get in on this. You weren't on Batfleck either in the beginning, were you?
No, I actually was. I think Ben Affleck would be a good old Batman, like a good Dark Knight Returns.
I think he's gonna be a great old Batman. You heard me right here. I think he's still gonna be better than Henry Cavill. So.
And he's gonna be dry toast.
He's gonna be way better than Brandon Routh. Sorry, bud. If you watch this show, I'm sorry.
He's like, I'm gonna stop Zod from shooting those people. I can't just like put my hand there. I'm gonna snap his neck.
I would snap his neck too.
I'm gonna break his neck.
What would you have done?
Just turn his head slightly.
Snap his neck.
Just turn his head slightly to one side.
I don't know why it was so hard for him to do that.
Just turn his head slightly to one side.
Maybe he's trying to turn it slightly to one side, but he's like, Superman!
Oops, I snapped your neck.
I don't know my own strength. Stay classy, guys. Thanks for coming tonight.
Fin
Fang
Fum. Good night, everybody.